Yo, happy day, everybody. We are day 4 of flower, and these ladies are looking really good. We were hoping that this third run was going to be easier and look better than the first two, and I think we were right, especially for these two soil pockets. The center one, I don't really think that it's the soil. I think it's the genetics. I think, both of these genetics are the same. They look the same. They're acting the same. I think they were just waiting for different light. And I think now that they're into the flower mode, that we're going to see some more stretching going on, and they're going to get bigger. I do see new growth. I think they just took extra time. You can see that they are definitely not as big as the others. And then, especially these just came in their own. But then we have this one little runt there, But that's what we get when we plant seeds. These are F1s, so the F1s are not as stable as, like, say, your F2 or your F3s or your F4s. That just means they're further along in the genetic line. They've been crossed multiple times. F1 would be basically me taking, let's say I found a male here, and then I found a male of the grape, or a female of the grape gushers, and I crossed the Verde skunk with a grape gusher. Got seeds from that plant. That's my F1 seeds. And then if I took those seeds, those seeds, planted them, picked a male and female that I like, cross it again with those, that would be another cross. I think that would be an F2 or an S, maybe a S1 if you cross the same. I don't know, there's F1, F2, and there's S1s, and there's multiple different things. I'm not a breeder, so I don't want to speak on that. If you're into that kind of breeding type stuff, there are many different sites and websites and people on Instagram and YouTube who can really teach you and educate you on breeding. I don't breed. I'm not into breeding. I'm not set up for it. I just listen to other people and what they're saying. Shrimp everywhere in here. There's a big one right there. There's a big mama right there, looks like, or daddy. I ain't sure which. But on Instagram this morning, I was talking about how we were just bending all these plants and how we were getting the lowers. So remember, I was talking about how this is a chess game and how I wanted to get these lower branches. And this works with just about every single plant genetic I've ever grown. Doesn't matter. It really just matters about how you treat the plant as it's growing. So this is the top of the plant, and what I always try and do is get these lower branches to grow and to get long enough to where they turn into tops without having to use a scrog net. And the way we do that is just simply by bending the tops at the beginning, letting the light penetrate down to the lowers from the beginning, from the start. So a lot of people don't prune until right now, like beginning of flower, first week of flower, maybe a week before flower. They'll go through and they'll strip the whole plant down. Well, that doesn't give the plant a whole lot of time to get these lowers up here. So by bending the plant and by taking fingers strategically, by simply taking fingers instead of leaves, I'm leaving all this plant mass, all this solar panel here that I need, but I'm getting rid of the part that's was going to be blocking my light hole. So you can see how I just take strategic fingers like these two here to open up that light, to get that light down to these lowers, and each one will come right on up and turn into a top. Some, not all, but most of those lowers will come on up. And then all I got to do is come in here and push these branches this way. So you see how this leaf is blocking this bud site. So all I'm going to do to begin with is just come in and take that leaf. Not the leaf, sorry, the finger. I'm not going to take the whole leaf. I'm going to take the finger there. And just by doing that, opens up a ton of light and air. So this one here, just going to take that out. I'm just going to keep bending this top over. It's going to, every morning it's going to come right back. It's just going to pop right back. But during the day it's going to allow all this to get all that light. We can remove this. We can remove this. It's just going to let that more light down into that hole. Each one we take, no matter how big or small, means something. So it's just going to open up. We don't need all this hair all over our face. It's annoying. And it's really, we don't need it. I'm not knocking beards at all. I have a beard. Just saying, if it's not taken care of, it gets kind of nasty. It's kind of like a haircut, you know. Even dreadlocks need to be taken care of or they get nasty. So I'm just coming in here and I'm taking that finger. And I can do this all day. Not all day. I can do this every day. Like, this is what I'm talking about. I do this every single day. Let's walk around here. I'm not waiting and then doing it all at once. So I'm doing this strategically over time throughout the whole veg cycle. We've been pruning, and then we're going to do it throughout the whole flower cycle. We're going to be plucking and chucking the whole time. Just not a lot at one time. See, so like this here, this is blocking light, and it's going to get bigger, and it's just going to continue to block more. So I'm just going to go ahead and take it. Now, it's also this here. See this finger here? There's no sense in pulling it under, because if I pulled it under, it's not getting any light either. And it's also not benefiting me in airflow. So now look. So now I've removed that finger, and I don't have to worry about it covering it back up, covering that bud site back up. And then tomorrow we can come back and take this one. So this is light stress, very, very light. Instead of taking arms off the plant, I'm taking a finger. I'd rather have a finger taken than a whole arm. If the doctor came in and said, hey, you got a choice. You got a shoulder or a long sleeve or a short sleeve. I'm going to go long sleeve. Because I'll just cut the hand off, please, not the whole arm. What movie is that from? Blood Diamond. Yeah, that's got Blood Diamond. I love movie quotes, so. I'm an only child, so well, up until I was 13, I was an only child. And my mom divorced, and I had a stepbrother and stepsister. So I take this whole one, because this one's down here, and it's not doing anything for us. Same with that one right here. This one down here is not doing anything for us. We're just going to take it off. This one here looks like it's going to get impede. We've already taken one. We're going to take another. Really what I want to look at is up here in the top. Oh, what I was saying is I'm my only child. Yeah, so I watched a lot of movies as a kid growing up in the 80s. I was born in 76. What does that make me? 48? I'll be 49 here in December. Fun. I'm trying to get to this. I'm pretty sure that this is a male, but we're gonna let it go a little while longer just to see, make sure. The reason I say that is because it looks like nuts, but I ain't sure. Usually when you see those coming up, if let's see the new bud sites. Sometimes one's longer than the other. Sometimes this and this will be one's longer than the other, and you can tell if it's going to turn or not. I can't tell right now. We got to keep an eye on these four here. Sometimes when they're really tight-noted, what we're looking for really is that white hair. We ain't gonna see it yet on day 4. It's gonna take at least 14 days, a couple weeks, 10 to 14 days to see some signs. Usually. And this one over here, I need to just keep bending. Probably go ahead and take this big leaf here. When I take it though, I just want to make sure I don't push down into it. There we go. Yeah. We'll leave the other big one over there for now. I don't want to stress it out too much. When we take big leaves like this, I really don't. I like doing it a little at a time. I don't like doing it all at once. I just feel like I wouldn't want to be stripped naked all at once. And I don't like doing it to my plants. And that's just how I roll. And you can take what you like and leave the rest. Alright? Take what you like and leave the rest. I encourage everybody to do it their own way. Try it. If you don't like it, do it another way. There's always the next round. These are plants. You can play with them. You can do all kinds of things with them. They can handle it. But you don't want to go too far. Kind of like throwing a kid up in the air, you know what I mean? You're playing around, it's fun until you miss him and he lands on his head. And he ends up being a little slow kid for the rest of his life. Not cool. So be careful. Slow and steady wins the race. Isn't that what the turtle says? Look at these guys. What do you think, guys? You see me over here, don't you? Scooter's gotten huge. You can see her shell starting to curl around the edges, starting to get those points. I would say both turtles are probably only, let's see, the pond's been running for 9 months. I got them at 8 months. I've had them for 8 months. They were probably 2 months, 3 months old. So they're probably close to a year old since hatching. That's just an estimate. pooter. Look how big she's got. Waiting for food. We got the mollies down there, the regulators. Pond looks really good though. I'm really impressed. As long as we keep. Oh, I know what I wanted you to. I wanted to show you. I wanted you to see. Forgot all about it. My bamboo, my lucky bamboo. This was the first couple of plants I put in on the lucky bamboo. Look how big it's gotten. This is, look at that isopod. What the hell are you doing? But look down there. We got a new shoot. Got a new shoot. That's good news. Look how big it's gotten. We've gotten some cooking action going. This is just too hot. You can see probably got some foliar spray on it from foliar spraying the Lost Coast Plant Therapy. Probably didn't like that too much. We're not going to be spraying hopefully anything else in here. We don't need any more food. We don't need any more anything. We can just let this thing, or let these things go and draw what they're going to draw. Just going to take this big leaf over here. This thing don't need to be here. Just clunky. Oh, and the shrimp, man. We talk about, well, and the jasmine. Look at the jasmine since we put this cage in. It's just taking over. Got it coming all through the rocks here. Check out the baby shrimp. Oh, look at all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Babies everywhere. Come down here and see them in here too. They're everywhere in here. Babies everywhere. Look at all of them. Tons of shrimp everywhere, and that's so awesome to see. This thing, this dog fennel has completely covered the creek. That's good. That keeps that sunlight. Whoops. My little gnome. Keeps the sunlight off my creek there. You can see roots. Look at the roots growing in the creek. Those white roots are what we're looking for with the shrimp. That's really cool. Alright, I think that's all we need to do today. The center plants or alpha skunks are just slow, but I think now that they're coming into the stretch here, we're going to start to see some good growth. I hope anyway. Everything else has got really good growth. I see lime green everywhere. Look at that lime green. Lime green is excellent. I don't see any stress. I don't see any buzz. I see a little tiny gnat right there. Little fungus gnat. But other than that, our temperature is where are we at? 78 degrees, 79 degrees. We are at where are we at? I think we were close to 58 to 62% humidity, 78, 79 degrees, 1.4-ish on the VPD. My lights are at the tops of the canopies of the plants right around 500 ppfd, 500 to 50, 500 to 550, excuse me. And we're only on day 4. And these over here are looking excellent as well. You can see the Maybelline over here is getting huge for getting no light. Digger's dug in, won't see him until next year. And everybody's happy. And I hope you are too, and I hope everybody has a great Saturday. And we will see you tomorrow. Peace.